Hi everyone, today I'm sharing with you how to make a super duper easy wallet. This for someone who never sold before, be able to make this wallet. So here I have two main fabric, but this is for the cap slot, and I am the lightweight interface and just want to add the body to it. And I have two fabric and two lightweight interfaces. And the size is 8 inch and a quarter by 18 inch and a half. On the top here, I'm going to mark 4 inch and a quarter. You can do the bottom too, okay? So you can connect them. 4 inch and a quarter. Next, 2.5. 1 3/4 up an inch. 2 inch and a quarter. 1 3/4. And 2 1/4. One and 3/4. And you're gonna do exactly the same here, so when you fold everything perfect. The ruler have the inches, and then 1 inch is have 4/4. And so when I say a quarter, that's mean a quarter here, and then half an inch, 3/4, and an inch. Cut a little bit so we can do the folding. Fold it in here. The first one, you see the cut? Fold it in. Iron it. Turn this around. The next one with the cut right there, whatever cut at, 2.5. Fold it down. You're gonna make sure that when you fold, the side have to be even. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit because the interfacing, I don't want to ruin it. And then the next one is right here, that 1 3/4. You can fold it down where you cut it. You can see it. It's the cut there. And then next one, just like pancake, go up and down. And then the next one right here, there's a cut, fold it down. It's hard to see when you fold, but you have to mark and then cut. And then move it up one more time, and then one more time. Okay. On this side, I'm gonna press. And then one last time here, I'm gonna fold it down. The second piece, like this, you're going to fold exactly the same. We have two sides for the cap slot. Now you go on each fold here, and you top stitch on each fold. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So everyone, after I top stitch on both on the side here on both pieces, I'm going to go to the wrong side and fold it out like this, and then make sure these two ends, you're going to sew 1/8 of an inch on these two ends so it can stay together. So sew in this line, and then also this piece too, do the same. So everyone, after I sew in this, go in inside, not inside out, but just do this, take this side out. going to look like this. You're going to fold it in half. You're gonna do the other piece too. This one exactly like this. So it's from here, you're going to draw the line. So this line you're going to sew. This one right here, draw the line all the way from here to here. Okay, and then you're going to sew this line. And then if you want, you can iron this here. This is the sew line we just sewed. So now after I sew on this, divide into two, and I have cut in here the fabric. I'm using this almost like creamy or I don't know what color anymore. So, and the size is 8.25 by 13.5 and 8.25. That's the white side of the wallet. So I'm gonna go to the right side, and from the right side here I'm going to mark 4.25 inches. Let me move it up. Okay, and then here 4.25 inches. Just want to make sure that matching, and then I'm gonna connect this with the line on this side. I'm going to mark 3/4 inch. See, 3/4 inch and 3/4 inch on this side. And mark here so you know when you place this evenly. To place this pocket is going to go like this. Okay, turning this way. This is opening. The fold going to place here. 3/4 inch. You're gonna place the other one. You're gonna turn into this way. So this side. When you place this open in the pocket, it have to face to your left. Okay. Gonna sew from here. Go on the side. And then sew all the way to here and go on the top. On the side here, you're gonna sew this down. Sew the bottom of this, going all the way up. So after I sew, you have something like that. This is side and then here too. So here I have cut it 8.25 inches by 9.5 inches. And I also use the main fabric and I cut it in here that 4.5 inches by 8.25 inches. And 8.25 inches gonna place together, right side facing the right side. Just want to make sure it facing together, and then you're going to sew 1/4 inch seam allowance. You're gonna sew these two together. sew in this straight line. So after I sew them together, you can press on the side. Iron on the interface in here. I use heavyweight interfacing, and the side is 7.5 inches by 13 inches long. I'm going on the side and mark 3/4 of an inch. I'm pulling this in half. And I'm gonna curve this just a little bit. And now you're going to cut this out. So after you cut it curve, and I'm going to fold it in half because I want to make sure everything is even, center and everything. So I can just press it like that, and then I'm going to put it right on here. See the center line, and then I'm placing center to the center. Always test the temperature before you iron the interfacing on. I always do on the side here, but for sure you're going to turn it on a medium, and then from there you can go up or you can go down, but start with the medium first. So I'm bringing the one with the pockets back and place this one on top so I can round the top together, and just cut it so the other side can be the same. So everyone, after this I have cut in here 8 inches zipper, but I only need 7.5. We're gonna go and cut half an inch extra, but you're gonna cut the teeth, not the fabric. Cut the teeth. After you cut it, you're gonna go like this. You're gonna hold it up this way, and it from here you're gonna slide the side to half an inch, the side that you didn't cut the teeth. Okay, you're gonna slide this in for like half an inch like that, and then this side you're gonna slide it in. It's the best way, and it's easy. You see that it coming in, and then you're going to hold this top here, and then you pull. Never fail. This perfect. I'm gonna cut this half an inches off. So my zipper wide side is 1 inch, so I cut it in here 4 pieces, and each side is 1 inch by 1.5 inches. I just want to make it longer, and I can cut after I finish sewing. So I'm gonna go and add the right side to the right side, sew this side, and then on this side you can do a little bit of the sewing. And then you're going to sew like the other one. After you're done sewing these two ends, you're gonna flip this out, and then you're going to top stitch. So everyone, after I sew on the zipper, and then I top stitch here, and I top stitch on both, I like to leave the tail here extra like that, and then I can cut after I finish. So I'm gonna go and fold it in half, and make sure that where the top stitch here, where this side and this side match, so that way everything will be even. And then I'm gonna cut the center. Oh well, actually this time I'm gonna go and mark the center. Like that, and then I'm going to go and cut like this. Have it in here 8 inch and a quarter by 8 inch and 3/4 open ends. So 8 inch and then 3/4. I'm gonna fold it in half. Going to place around this. Oh, you have this piece that already round on both sides. So I'm gonna go and add the zipper to this. So let's bring this side. I want to fold it in half so I can mark the center of this. Going to place the zipper. I'm gonna turn this right side facing down. Now you remember we cut, so that's why when we turn it around, it's really easy to turn. Now for the beginner, you can do one at a time. You can sew this side first, and then after that, you can sew the pocket. Or so for beginner, you can sew this. After you're done sewing it, you can place the right side to the right side of this, place it on top, and then you're going to sew this side together. If you are more advanced, you can clip both three of them, the main side, the zipper, and then this together and sew. So whatever easier for you. After I sew on this is the pocket. I'm going to go and just do this a little bit, don't cut the sew line. And then I'm turning this way. I'm gonna go and hold this, bring it down to the right side. Now from here, you're going to place the other side back so you can sew this side. I'm gonna fold it in half so center can meet the center. Place the center here, and then you're going to clip it down. You're gonna sew around just like you just did the other side. So go sew this. So now after I sew in this, go into this side, I'm gonna bring this up the pocket here and make sure it go to here so I can sew it together. Go around here and sew in this. Make sure you clip it so you can sew. But after you sew, you can cut a little bit so it can curve around. So here after I sew in this, so the pocket is here done. So you can feel free to go and like cut around again. We go on the top step. I need you to pay attention. So open this. Behind here, this is the pocket. So you're going to bring this whole thing, flap into the left, and you go into top stitch on this side, on here, or around here, little at the top. Make sure you top stitch on here only, okay? And when you're finished this side, you're gonna move this pocket to the right, and then top stitch on this part. I'm showing you here. When I go on the sewing machine, you know what I'm doing. See how easy that is to top stitch? Very nice and neat. Remember, you can flap out the way and then you can sew. Now you open this, you have a pocket here. So here I have cut 14 inches, 2.5 inch by 14. You fold it in half and half again, half to the center, like this. You're gonna sew top and the bottom. So on the side of this, not on whatever side, so below here about half an inch, you can add this in here. You can fold it in half, and then to here, I have an inch below here. You go on to sew the wristband. After I sew in the wristband here, we're going to sew this wallet together. Leave on the bottom here, I leave about 3 inches or 4. You're going to sew on the top here, going down all the way to here and stop. Leave this open and then sew it from here all the way to the top. After I sew around and I left it here open, you can trim the corners and trim a little bit here and there if you like. Everyone, after I iron and everything, this is what it looks like. You're gonna use blind stitch. And then when you're finished this up, you're gonna put this back here. Either way, the option for you, you can do 2 buttons, 1 on each side, or you can do just 1 in the center. And I use magnet button to place 1 here. Sew it. When you sew, you unzip the zipper and then you sew it from here. done sewing this side, you're going to fold this back up, and then I go down to here, make sure everything is stay evenly, and then you press, okay, right here. So that is the other side for the button. You're going to sew it here, but when you sew it here, you make sure you slide the needle, not go through, because this is the pockets. You don't want to sew up and down here. And after this, I'm done with this. So on the button, and it right here in the center also, you can sew the name tag if you want to. Everyone, I finished, and then let me tell you the wide side of this. It's 7.5 inches, and the side here 4 3/4 of an inch, and it's long, so you can fold it like this. And with the wristlets right there, it's awesome. So the card, the reason why I use those kind of cards, because I use my real one, it is not safe, and also when I finish, I forgot it in here. Then when I go out, I forgot I don't have card to use. So like this, so many cards you can use, all kind of card, anything you can put in here. And then 3 more on this side, see, 3 on this side. Okay, there's so many. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 12 cards together, and then some cash. I don't know if I have enough 12 cards to use. And then here the phone, so you don't pass out. If you forget the phone, you pass out. And then fold this up, closing this. But before you close it, right here with the zipper pocket, you can put change in there. Isn't that awesome? This one, perfect. Go down, hold on to that, and then you're going to carry this way. And it's easy to make too. Look at this card wallet, everyone. So awesome. And look on the side here, it's so beautiful. That's it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for all of you. Every time I upload the video, you comment and feedback, and your donation, your time to watch the video. I truly appreciate your support, and thank you for watch my second channel and also my son's channel. Love you. Take care. Stay safe, everyone.